Good morning, beautiful souls. It is Elizabeth Bratcher, Psychic Medium, and I am here to do your daily read for the 18th of August. So I do apologise for not being here the last couple of days. I really do need to space my time out better. I've had my days get away from me, and once it hits a certain point, I'm kind of like, well, I suppose, yeah, actually, not really now, actually, sit and think about it. I'm going to, what am I thinking about dribbling on here? What I am thinking about, guys, is what I spoke about to you last week. And so for those of you that missed it, I'm going to do a very quick repeat. For those of you that heard it, apologies. The daily reads, okay? So what these are for is a little bit of insight and guidance into the energy that is around you at the moment, all right? It is not about taking each reading each day and going, okay, I need to go and every single day of my life make this huge, massive change or make this huge, massive reflection and da-da-da-da-da, okay? Now think about mindset, think about the way we think and all of these kind of things. Like all of the energy in these cards is asking you to contemplate a certain aspect that's around you and within your life on that day. Now, the thing around it is, okay, that you guys might not understand and that I probably haven't communicated very well, is that each day you do that. You focus on number 1, number 2, number 3, all right? And what you don't realize is that you're actually feeding your subconscious some positive reflection. So, if, for example, you've listened to the daily read and you're on your commute to work on the train, or, the kids are in bed and you've got 15 minutes to yourself, or whatever else like that, you're chopping vegetables up for dinner, you're washing the dishes, you're scrubbing your butt in the shower, whatever it is that you're doing, you can spend a couple of moments reflecting on what it was you were drawn to that day. And by doing that, you're starting to feed your subconscious energy and your mind, it's not just energy, about positive affirmations of thoughts, and, you're starting to think on a deeper level around yourself. You're starting to bring in reflection. And you do this every day, for a couple of minutes even. For some days, maybe a little bit longer. For some days, you'll follow the advice and journal. Okay, and let's go fast forward a couple of months. When you've been doing this every single day, that's like 60 days that you have been telling your mind every single day, how can I be better? What makes me happy? Where am I at? What am I doing? Okay, and all it takes is roughly around that time, and you're going to start to notice that you start thinking that way on your own, that you automatically start engaging with your subconscious on a deeper level, that you automatically are showing more gratitude that is around in the earth. And we're not talking about being grateful for what you got, we're talking about the gratitude of the beauty around you that fills your heart and fills your soul and makes you happy, okay? It's all of that energy that's there. So when you're listening to the daily reads, and I'm asking you to do something deep, please don't sit there and go, what the, that's too deep for me, or brush over it and deny it, okay? Even if, just for shits and giggles, sit and give it a moment of contemplation, okay? I promise you, at the absolute minimum, what you are going to get out of engaging with the daily reads each day is a deeper attachment and connection to your subconscious. And without that, you are going to keep hitting brick walls, brick walls, brick walls, brick walls, okay? And so this is what I wanted to share. And so, yes, for those of you who had it last week, you got it again today. But that's the thing around it, okay? Out of everything that I do the daily reads because I am drawn to do them for a specific reason. And it's taken me a little while, I guess, to come to that bigger, deep conclusion of what I'm actually doing here. But Spirit has been really connecting in with me over the last week and really wanting me to communicate that out to you guys so that you engage better with me and understand what the purpose of the daily reads are. So there is my 3 minutes and 44-second rant. Thank you for listening. Now let's get down to business. So guys, all you need to do is let your energy focus onto a card. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Don't think about it too much. The first number that you're drawn to is the number for you. For those of you that are specifically drawing a number, like specifically following a number, knock your socks off, okay? If that's what you were drawn to do, then that is what you are meant to do. All right. So again, just taking a moment, guys. Don't think about it too much. You're drawn to number 1, number 2, or to number 3. Excellent. Okay. Now, let's have a look and see what number 1 wants to say for the day. And that's it. I have no idea what these cards are either. Until I flip them. All right, let's have a look. Seal the deal, making the commitment to move forward and staying connected to yourself. Okay, beautiful. So the message that I have for you today, number 1, okay, is you've got the seal the deal card, which talks about making a commitment to move forward, which is very much in that reflection of what I was just talking about that's there. It's like just being open and to new engagement with yourself and making a commitment to move forward towards our goals. Understanding that in life shit happens, okay? And that's the thing around it. And as we always know, sometimes things that happen we don't necessarily deserve, or we haven't asked for, or we haven't done anything particularly wrong to end up in that point. It could be completely somebody else's fault. But the thing is, in life, shit happens. And so it's just accepting that, dealing with it, not letting it become the obstacle or the brick wall that you run into, okay? But just letting it be, a mountain, a molehill, whatever it is that's there. But you get your hiking boots on and you get over it, okay? And you keep moving forward. You make that commitment to keep moving forward. Staying connected with yourself, okay? And that is exactly what I was just talking about with the subconscious there. Your subconscious, it doesn't understand the difference between positive and negative or anything else like that, okay? So it just understands what you feed it. So if you're continuously feeding it energy that says that you can't, or shouldn't, all of that kind of stuff that's there, you're going to not be connected with yourself to a point where you can reach your full potential. So stay connected with yourself, work it out what it is that, who you are, what makes you happy and everything else like that. And journaling is a beautiful way to do that. All right. And so that's the message that I have for you today is number one, is just to understand that in life shit does happen. Stay connected to yourself. Don't let it be the barrier that stops you getting where you want to be. Make that commitment to move forward and enjoy relishing in the energy when you realize that you had the power all along to go, see ya, no more. And just move forward, okay? So number one, that is the message that I have for you today. Let's have a look. Number two, you've got balance. Okay. So you've got worry and doubt and you've got the grounding card that's there. So what I want to say to you, number two today, okay, is I feel like the worry and doubt, I feel like this is, perhaps what's there. And so they're asking you to bring in a little bit of balance and to be mindful of your grounding. And the thing with the worry and doubt, and when I redo this card, I like this card, I like the picture on it, but it needs a pie on it. Because what I always say with your worries and doubts, if you sit down and you're told that by eating this huge pie, your problems are going to be solved, and you're looking at this huge pie and you're like, oh my God, I cannot get through all of this pie, I'll vomit, I'll be sick, da 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 da. So instead, and this pie represents all your worries and all your doubts, okay? So instead of sitting there and trying to eat this huge pie, I'm going to get a knife and cut it, probably into eighths, and I'll have a piece for breakfast, morning tea, lunch, dinner, da 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 da. Yeah, you probably get sick of eating pie over the next couple of days, but I'm breaking it down and I'm getting through it, and I'm taking one thing at a time. Okay, because if I'm sitting here worrying about the fact that I'm running late to getting the kids to school, and then worried about, what I'm cooking for dinner that night, and I'm trying to do both, all I'm going to do is end up running later to drop the kids off at school. You understand, it's a very minor way to explain it, but I know you understand what I mean, okay? So take those worries and doubts, work it out, what exactly is going on, what the actual problems are around it. Make sure that the problems that you're taking back are actually yours, and that you're not sitting here worrying about what somebody else is doing, okay? Even if you love that person, you can't fight someone else's battles for them if they ain't willing to get off their butt and fight them for themselves as well, so don't, okay? I don't mean that harshly, you understand again, okay, what I mean, but you can't. So, work it out. What is all this worry and doubt? Write it down, work it out, bring in a little bit of balance that's there around you. Make sure you're looking after yourself, make sure you're maintaining yourself, and breathe. Grounding is one of those things people go, oh, that's an airy-fairy word. It is freaking not an airy-fairy word. You're an electrical system, the Earth's an electrical system. Spend some time connecting the two. Why is your house earthed? Have a look around your house. You'll find somewhere there's a wire that goes down and earths the house, okay? Why? Because they understand. It's the same principle, okay? Your body is still an electrical system. You know that your brain fires off enough electrical impulses through the day to charge like 744 mobile phones, literally, okay? So understand that, and just take some time to unwind and to stand on the earth, or to, in that shower, imagine the water's a beautiful white light that's washing away all the sludge off of you, whatever it is that works for you in grounding, listening to music, but spend some time taking a breath. Work it out, what's going on. Break it down properly into chunks that you can deal with one at a time, and don't forget to have your balance. Okay, so number two, that is the message that I have for you today. And let's have a look and see what yours is today. Number three. It is time. You feel it and you know it. And there's an alarm bell on there. And, quite often what the energy of this card is that You feel it and you know it. How do you feel it? You feel frustrated. You feel cranky. You feel like you're stuck in a rut. You feel lost. You feel directionless. You feel like your motivation's down. You know, and on the flip side of that, when you feel it and you know it, it's like you're just buzzing. You keep getting drawn to this one particular thing. It's compelling you to move forward towards it. You know, the excitement is there. The opportunity is there. So it's not all negativity that comes in around this, but quite often, just because it's not excitement and it's sitting in a rut, people think, you know, it's not a sign that it's time to move forward. But, you know, signs come in lots of different ways, okay? So whatever that alarm bell is for you, listen to it. Don't press snooze. There's no snooze button on this alarm bell. Do you see I didn't put one on there, okay? All right. See? And then when you listen to that alarm, transformation is going to come into place, and you're going to start blossoming into your true self, okay? And that's not to say that you're not standing there in some true form of yourself now. Of course you are. But there's always more to be found and there's always more to be had, okay? All you need to do is trust. Trust in yourself and trust in your ability. Let's see if I can get that on camera. I don't know if you can read that. Self-trust and self-belief, it's all blurry, isn't it? Is where it all begins. And that's what that says. And that's right, okay? So allow that energy to come in. How? Connecting to self, believing in self. Okay? How do I do that? Small. It doesn't have to be massive. Just set yourself a task each day of accomplishment. You know, sit back and write a list of all the achievements that you've had in your life. And don't forget the little ones, you know. There was once upon a time you didn't even know how to tie your shoes. There was once upon a time you didn't know how to use a fork. There was once upon a time that you didn't know how to use a washing machine. You know what I mean? Sit back and have a look and see that your life has actually been a consistent journey of growth and wisdom and knowledge, even in ways that you didn't sort of even think about, you know. So yeah, start small. And you know what, for those of you that are drawn to number 3, if you are literally like sitting back going, hell, let me know. Drop it in the comments, okay? I will make a video. All right, guys, so that is what I have for you. So thank you very much for joining me today. Okay, I think that the message is important. And if my guides sit there and hammer me for the last few days about it, then I'm going to share it with you as well. All right, so that is what I have for you guys. Please, as I always say, always appreciate a thumbs up or a heart on the video. Please feel free to leave a comment. I will reply to your comments. Other than that, please feel free. Oh my God, I'm losing my words. Feel free to subscribe to the channel or please like my Facebook page as well. And just quickly, for those of you that do follow, the Friday live feed will not be on Friday this week. It will be on Thursday night. Yes, Thursday night. Okay. I have a booking that I need to tend to on Friday. All right. Thank you guys. Have a beautiful day. And I will see you tomorrow.